Hello, everyone. Today we're going to explore something that's super important for all of us, no matter what you do here at the company. We're talking about Quebec's Law 25, and here's the crazy part. It can all kick in because of just one single customer. Let's use a little story. Let's imagine for a second that we're a small online bookstore and our office is in Toronto. That's it. No offices in Quebec, no warehouses there, nothing. So business is ticking along, and then one day, someone in Quebec City finds our website and buys a book. Great! We get their name, their email, their shipping address to send it to them. Seems simple, right? Well, that one little transaction, it just changed everything. Suddenly, a whole new set of rules applies to us, and that right there is the key thing you have to understand about Law 25. The law doesn't care where our office is located. It follows the person. It's attached to their data. So the moment we handle the personal info of even one person from Quebec, we have to apply Law 25. Okay, so what is this law really? The easiest way to think about it is like a high-tech security system for our customers' personal data, a system that's been built for today's digital world. First things first, to really get Law 25, we need to talk about the law that's been around for a while, the one we might already know, PIPEDA. Now, PIPEDA is Canada's federal privacy law. You can think of it as the basic foundation, the ground floor for privacy rules for the whole country. So here's how they fit together. Law 25 doesn't just kick PIPEDA out the door. Nope, it builds on top of it. It's like adding a brand new high-security second story to that foundation, and for anyone from Quebec, those new, much stricter rules are the ones that matter most. Just following the old PIPEDA rules, that's not gonna cut it anymore. You know, if you've ever heard of that big European data law, GDPR, you're thinking along the right lines. A lot of people call Law 25 GDPR light. It basically brought all those big ideas, including huge fines, really strong rights for people, over to North America, and honestly, in some ways, it's even stricter. Okay, so to see how this all plays out in our actual jobs, we need to be super clear about who's who in this process, what's our role, and what are the roles of the people we work with. I like to use an analogy here. Think of our company as the architect. We're the ones who design the whole thing. We decide why we need data and how we're going to use it. Then you have our vendors. You know, the company that stores our data in the cloud or the email marketing service we use. They're the builders. They just follow our plans. But, and this is so important, as the architect, the final responsibility for everything, that's on us. All right, so we know our role is the architect. That's great, but what do we actually need to do? What are the concrete steps we have to take to make sure we're following the rules and protecting everyone involved? Well, the law gives us 4 really important digital guardrails that we have to put in place. No exceptions. We need to appoint a privacy officer, use very specific contracts with our vendors, do these things called impact assessments, and set all our privacy settings to the highest level by default. We're going to focus on the first 2 for now. So that first guardrail, the privacy officer. The best way to think of this role is like the official referee for data privacy. It's their job to make the calls, and crucially, every business has to have one. If we don't actually name someone for the job, guess who gets it by default? The CEO. And it's not a secret role either. Their name and contact info have to be right there on our website for anyone to see. Next up, contracts. Gone are the days when we could just hand data over to one of our vendors, our builders, with a simple handshake agreement. Law 25 says we need a written contract, and that contract has to have 3 specific promises in it. First, they have to keep the data secret. Second, they can only use it for the exact job we hired them to do. And third, when they're done, they have to either delete the data or give it back to us. Now, this whole law didn't just drop on us all at once. It was actually rolled out in phases to give companies time to get ready. The first part kicked in back in September 2022, then the really big changes landed in September 2023, and the final piece of the puzzle just clicked into place in September 2024. So as of right now, the entire law is in full effect. Now let's talk about why this matters so much. The goal here is prevention and respect for our customers, but we absolutely have to understand what happens if we get this wrong, because the consequences, they're serious. First up, the regulators. They have what I like to call financial hammers, and they are not afraid to use them. We're talking about massive fines. The penalties can go all the way up to $25 million. And it's not just a big flat number. It's that or 4% of our company's total revenue from all around the world, and importantly, they'll take whichever number is bigger. So yeah, this is not a slap on the wrist. This is a huge financial risk. And it's not just the government regulators we have to think about. Law 25 gives something really powerful to individuals, the right to sue us directly if we mess up with their data. This opens the door for things like class action lawsuits, where a whole group of customers can sue us together. That can be just as damaging as a big fine, if not more so. Okay, so hearing all that, the key takeaway is not to be scared. It's to be prepared. And you know what? We should really look at this as an opportunity. This is our chance to make our systems better, to get our data organized, and most importantly, to prove to our customers that we care about their privacy, that we value their trust. That's how you build a real culture that respects data. So I want to leave you with one final question to think about. Protecting data. It isn't just the job of the privacy officer or the legal department. It's on all of us. Every single person in this company has a part to play. So I want you to ask yourself, what is one thing, just one small thing, that you can do in your job this week to help us better protect our customers' data?